personal relief alert, and a lot of text. I want to add that my first language is not Spanish, so sorry for the spelling errors. If I had to list all the cruel and disrespectful things my narcissistic mother made me experience, I would never finish. That's why I want to mention one of the least serious, comparing myself to and defending my cousin, who acted like a bully toward me. To put those who want to read my vent in context, from the age of 10 to 19, I was forced to live with my cousin, my mother's golden girl, who for some reason seemed unable to stand seeing me happy. There are many examples, but I will only say a few. My cousin, she, even when she was 16, used to steal my things, and she even broke them out of pure evil. For example, I collected toys, a hobby that she was not interested in, and even so, having no interest in collecting toys, she would steal them or break them, simply because she knew the love and dedication I had for my collection. Also, talking bad about me to my friends and always trying to exclude me from my own social circle. For example, when I was 17 years old, and I was dating a teenage friend, currently ex-friend, and my cousin, she was at my house, every time she started talking to my friend, out of nowhere she asked me to move away, so she could talk alone with my friend. She even took her arm and pulled her away from me, and when I tried to get closer, she moved even further away from her, wanting to leave me alone. And this was done suddenly. Not to say I heard it more than once. I heard her talk bad about me to my friends. But it was the norm for her. Yes, like her. She even spoke badly about me with my own mother, she who, by the way, she taught her that and even seemed to encourage her in this behavior. When my cousin's golden girl, she came to my house, which unfortunately came very often, she spent hours and hours, locked in my mother's room, speaking ill of me. And then, as if nothing had happened, she would come to my room, to ask me to go for a walk, so as not to send her directly to the devil. Because for some reason I didn't want to make her feel bad, I made up some excuses not to go out with her. When I did that, my mother, furious, insulted me, in front of her, telling me that I'm a shitty human being, that I'm disgusting and ashamed, that my cousin always looked for me, because she was a good person. And she loved me a lot, how could she be so mean to her? If she only wanted to be with me. Basically I was the bad one, in her story for not wanting to live with a hypocrite. My mother, she always manipulated me, to make me feel guilty, for not wanting to be with someone like my cousin, using insults and emotional blackmail to force me to include her in my outings with friends, and make me look like a monster for not wanting to interact with my mother's golden girl. Even though my mother knew perfectly well that she spoke badly about me to my friends and acted horribly, trying to exclude me, it bothered my cousin until I was the one. In fact, the last time my mother, she managed to manipulate me, to force me to take my cousin to an outing with my friends. At that time, she was 19 years old. Yes, I know. She was already grown up. But she was still very impressionable, and my parent, she managed to make me feel guilty, for not wanting to take her with me, so I accepted. She tried to do the same thing that she did when she was a teenager. He wants to talk bad about me with my comrades. But this time if it didn't work like her, speak ill of me. Because my friends ignored her, and also defended me, when she started talking bad about me. Then she started insulting them, and they ignored her again, so when I tried to talk to my friends, she interrupted me, and wouldn't let us talk, because she didn't like us talking about things that she didn't like animes and movies. She even began to speak badly about my friends in front of them, to make them feel bad, because of the way she spoke, dressed. She even began to insult a friend of mine, because she smoked. I insisted that she come home, but she didn't want to. If she didn't like my friends so badly, why would she insist on being with them? When I told my mother that this was the last time that I was going out with my cousin, and that I would never take her out with my friends again, needless to say, my mother insulted me. Something that my cousin has in common with my mother is that, in order to be good with themselves, they must talk badly about me and make me feel less than them. I have a theory that my mother wanted me to hate my cousin, so that it would be in line with her narrative of making me look like the bad guy in the story, and saying that I am a bad person, who hates her poor and defenseless cousin. Ironic, because when I told my uncle everything my cousin did, he felt extremely embarrassed. My mother always said that my cousin was better than me, that I was worthless, that I hope my cousin is her real daughter. My mother wanted me to be the villain of her novel, for not wanting to be friends with her, with the woman who kept talking bad about me. If she takes precedence over others, she hugs me and says that she loves me a lot, but as soon as she gains confidence, she starts talking bad about me. P.S. My mother discovered that my cousin spoke badly about her and now she no longer wants to know anything about her. What curious turns her life takes, right? I currently work, and I am more independent, I choose who to live with. She only shared the same blood, you should not put up with anyone who is not positive for your life.